Everybody wants it, everybody needs it. These are some of the first lines you hear from Atlas about Adam. He then tells you how it's turned Rapture's citizens into these crazy, addicted, monstrous people who will do anything for a drop of Adam. In today's video, we'll be talking about and explaining Adam. Where did it come from? How was it made? This video will answer those questions. Along with the discussion of Adam, we'll be talking about its counterpart as well, Eve. So with that being said, would you kindly sit back, relax, and enjoy. Adam is essentially like gold in Rapture. It's a chemical substance which, as Atlas describes, allows you to rewrite your genetic code. In doing so, Adam users gain access to increased natural abilities, regeneration of damaged or wounded parts of the body, and eventually, down the road, users had access to things called plasmids and tonics to help with everyday life. In its purest and most raw form, Adam is a disgusting, viscous green liquid that is obtained by harvesting a specific and special type of sea slug in the ocean around Rapture. After being harvested, it is processed and broken down until it becomes a usable product. That usable product just happens to be broken down into a serum, or, as you and I know them, plasmids. Then, as I mentioned the quote from Atlas before, the plasmid allows a user to rewrite or alter their genetic code or makeup. With Adam being used to produce plasmids, a multitude of positives and negatives came with splicing. Let's talk about the positives first. An individual who used a plasmid would have access to different abilities and functions that wouldn't normally happen within a normal human body. For example, shooting electricity out of the palm of your hand, lighting things on fire with essentially the snap of your fingers, and so on. The reason that this is possible is due to the genetic makeup with the spliced person. Their cells are combined with normal cells and potent stem cells that have an ability to evolve and manipulate into a completely different type of cell at a random time. On top of this, plasmids and tonics were initially and deliberately used for the citizens of Rapture to make their everyday lives better. For example, a person could use a dosage of Adam to make themselves smarter without actually putting in any of the work of studying. Another example is that some people would use Adam to make themselves into more physically fit individuals. Obviously, you and I both know that plasmids, and especially Adam, didn't work out the way that everyone had hoped. Now, let's move on to the negatives. First and foremost, you can classify what Adam does to your cells as an almost benign cancer in your body. It'll completely destroy the natural and native cells within your body over a period of time and replace them with the contents that are within a plasmid. Along with the deterioration of your body's cells, Adam has a serious negative downside of causing cosmetic changes such as facial and bodily deformities, mental breakdowns, and mental deterioration, which could lead to insanity. If that weren't enough, as most of you know, Adam is insanely addictive due to the replaced cells within your body needing more and more Adam to allow that person to remain somewhat sane and healthy. Also, just like with any other drug, an individual can experience Adam withdrawals, which can include hostility and aggression, illnesses that progress rapidly due to cells in their body, and potential insanity. Also on top of that, due to the reusage of Adam by the Little Sisters, splicers who consume Adam that was within someone else's body can experience ghost-like flashbacks, just like how Jack can see Jasmine, Jolene, and Eve's garden, for example. As you progress through the start of Bioshock, you can come across an audio diary, which explains the initial discovery of Adam by Bridget Tenenbaum. She explains that one of the sea slugs bit one of the workers on Rapture's docks, more specifically in Neptune's Bounty, which resulted in his previously crippled hand becoming fully cured. I'll play that audio diary for you now.
I saw one of the smugglers having a game of catching on the docks today, and this surprised me because his hands were crippled during the war. He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from this sea slug. He woke up the next morning and he found he could move his fingers for the first time in years. I asked him if he still had that sea slug. As luck would have it, he did.
Although the sea slugs themselves could not supply enough Adam to market towards consumers and products, Tenenbaum discovered a way to make at least 20 to 30 times the amount of Adam that was contained within the slugs. The solution was to embed the slug into a host's stomach to generate the Adam that was needed. Thus, the Little Sisters were created through the orphanage owned by Frank Fontaine. Unfortunately for the young girls of Rapture, they were the only viable hosts, essentially ending their childhood if selected to become a little sister. To me personally, this is absolutely tragic. But to Rapture's finest, this was something that needed to be done. As mentioned in an earlier section, Adam was extremely addictive, and unfortunately for the citizens of Rapture, Adam would become a vital contribution to Rapture and its continuous functioning. As I said at the beginning of the video, everybody wanted and everybody needed Adam. As Adam addiction became increasingly worse, the demand became increasingly higher, which caused the demand to skyrocket, and Rapture itself could not produce the amount that was desired. As a matter of fact, the demand was so great that Rapture's supplies and stock of Adam was far from what the population demanded, as previously mentioned. The addiction is absolutely crazy. Also, as mentioned with the negatives of Adam, due to the demand, this causes splicers to become insane and ultra-aggressive, thus making them attack or kill anyone and everyone near them in hopes of acquiring any amount of Adam that they could get their hands on. This would eventually lead them to attacking and attempting to kill both Big Daddies and Little Sisters as well. All of the demand and the lack of Adam supply was one of the main catalysts to the Rapture's Civil War. If you would like to watch a video dedicated to the entirety of the Civil War of Rapture, a card will be at the top right hand corner of this screen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Adam is a hell of a drug. Obviously, with a drug like Adam, another sort of energy supply would be required to ensure that the plasmid would work properly when developed. This would result in a product called Eve. This is yet another serum type of dosage made from refined Adam. So essentially, Eve is Adam, just slightly altered. With Adam being red in its purest form, Eve was colored blue, so that citizens of Rapture could ensure that they knew the differences between the two. Eve was also used through a hypodermic needle, just like how an individual would inject a plasmid. You can find these Eve hypos scattered all throughout Rapture after the Civil War, aka during your playthrough, but beforehand, there were dispensers for them almost equivalent to vending machines for these Eve hypos. Ironically, they were also stocked in actual vending machines as well, that being the Circus of Values, everyone's favorite machine. Essentially, Eve was used to replenish a person's Adam, to allow them to continue to use their plasmid of choice, whether that was insect swarm, electrobolt, telekinesis, or whatever they decided. Other than that, not too much information about the exact process or date of production are available, so I do apologize for that. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any other topics or characters that you'd like to see a video made on in the future, please let me know your suggestions down in the comments section below. As of right now, I'm currently working on a script for the story of Sophia and Lamb, and that should be out fairly soon if you're interested. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, a like would kindly be appreciated. If not, you can dislike it, it's completely okay. Just let me know what I can do to improve the video for you in the near future. If you're new here and enjoy the content and want to see more, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications to never miss a future video or live stream, and be sure to follow my social medias to talk to me outside of YouTube. My Twitter, Instagram, Discord server, and Facebook page will be provided in the description below. If you'd like to watch another video, I'd recommend checking out the two that are going to be popping up on the screen here shortly and letting me know what you think of them. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.